2024 Miami Grand Prix predictions. I'm your host, Vilgax Catch Money. Thank you for joining me. Let's get it popping. Miami Grand Prix here. We get a sprint weekend on our hands. First of the 3 USA races this year. Already on our little hands. Logan Sargent, absolutely nowhere to be seen on the promotional material. Rest in peace. Someone check on that guy, please. Make sure he's doing well. And yeah, let's pop right into it immediately. Check the description for the socials for my boy Weeksy.ult for the beat in the background. And yeah, let's get it popping. First things first, we got pole position. And pole position, I'm feeling a Sir Oscar Jack Piastri on pole position. It would be his first one of his career. And the McLaren are bringing upgrades to this race, and Lando is very, very confident about them. I suspect they will be top 2. I suspect the top 2. Well, they won't be. They will be top 3, but we know this. Like, Mercedes are bringing upgrades, but they're going to be nowhere, probably. McLaren, after last week as well, not last week, last race, absolutely fantastic. I'm feeling an Oscar Paul. I'm feeling an Oscar Paul. But, not done yet. Before we get into the main race predictions, because we got a sprint race as well. And I'm feeling the winner for that, Max Verstappen. I'm not going to explain it. It's not going to shock anyone. Seeing as Red Bull will not be worse than second for team at this race, even if I think McLaren has a chance of being the fastest car around this track. But that's about it. It's Max. Everyone knows this. Let's get straight into it. Alright, so we got DNF, Goob to Noobs, Shy Strive, top 10, second and third race winner. Goob Noobs, Shy Strive. I don't have to explain it, bro. Just go to a house party with more than 3 Caucasian people. You will understand. Alright, up to the Yoki. I got 2, I believe, of DNF predictions right here. And I'm feeling a Danny Rick. I'm feeling a G Russ. Just based on vibes, really. I can just see it. I feel like G Russ might have I feel like these two might qualify kind of close together. I don't really know why. And they shouldn't. That would be pretty bad on G Russ' part, especially Dan Ricciardo not having the fastest qualifying pace as of right now, and G Russ is in the Mercedes. Even though we're dogging Mercedes right now, it should still be clear of an RB, especially if they're bringing upgrades, even though they said they're bringing upgrades but aren't confident about them, which is always great to see from Mercedes. But yeah, it's my 2 DNFs. I guessed 0 DNFs are the previous race, and I think it was like 4. So like I'm not trying to do that ever again, quite frankly. Lance Stroll in Goob Noobs. I'm also not going to talk about this one. I'm trying to minimize the ones I talk about here today, I think. But Lance, yeah, you know. Shy Strive. I've got a few Shy Strive coming up. Logan Sargent. I'm feeling good about Logan Sargent. Again, Shy Strive is kind of like the honorable mention. I think they'll have a good drive, but maybe not break that top 10. And Logan Sargent's there. I think it's about time he does good. Home race. I feel like he's gonna start getting used to that pressure. He should, and he needs to if he wants to keep his seat. Williams have made statements saying that he needs to earn his seat, and he's not completely out of the running just yet. But you know, he's gonna have to start getting results. Obviously, he's out of a bit of a rotter, a bit of a tough time, and a bit of an unfortunate patch so far in this season. But he's also had some pretty mediocre drives. I thought his last drive was actually not too bad, all things considered, but I'd like to see some more from Big Logie. Also in Shy Strive, I have Pierre Gasly. I think Pierre's going to have the best race he possibly can here, or he will DNF. I was 50-50 on it. I'm not too sure. It's going to be one or the other, I promise you. But again, in the Alpine, is he going to break into that top 10? Probably not, unless something goes wrong. But I'll put a big Gasly right here. And another one, same reasoning, Yuki. I think Yuki's going to do well in qualifying. The car probably just won't have the race pace to break into the top 10 unless we see some bigger and more DNFs here. Like G. Russell DNF's already opening the gate for the top 10 in the first place. But that's about it. Now, moving in to the top 10, Alex Albon. Williams do think this race will be better for the car, and I would probably agree. And it's just Albon should be getting points at some point. It just should be happening, like within the next 3 races. So I'll bet on Miami. Why not? I'll bet on Miami for 10th position. Moving into it, we got a Hulkenberg 9th. Hulkenberg 9th sounds about right. They're bringing even more upgrades to this race. I was actually deliberating putting him higher because it wouldn't shock me, to be honest. No higher than 8th, maybe. But like Hulkenberg, he's on form right now. He's just had that contract for Audi/Sauber. The Hulkenberg stock is beautiful right now, and I'm here for it. I can't wait for. I pray that Audi is like a good team. Oh, I want to see Hulkenberg win. Whew. Going into 8th, we got Sir Lewis Hamilton. One Mercedes doing good, and this is a pretty low placement. Oh man, I have no faith in the team. No one really does, but I have faith in Hamilton to at least score some points, keep him in the mix. Yeah, I don't know. It's sad, but I honestly don't even. This wouldn't even surprise me if he did get a little 8th here. Let's change the mood. Alonso 7th. No upgrade. I don't think they're bringing upgrades to Miami, but Alonso just peak performance right now. He's just an absolute masterclass. Speeding through this, Carlos Sainz for 6th. Again, I think Ferrari, all I have to say for this is I think they're going to be beneath the McLarens and the Red Bulls, and I think he's going to do worse than his teammate. Speaking of worse than his teammate, Sergio Perez, up in, what is this, 5th, 10th, 9th, 8th, 7th, 6th, 5th. I can still count. We're still clocking in there. Perez 5th. Yeah, he's just going to be worse than Max and everyone else. Because as everyone's seen, as long as the car is even close to the things beneath it, Perez has folded in the past and not had that second spot to Max. And if we see that, if the McLarens are fast enough and the Ferrari is fast enough, then we're going to see that. But Perez is, although I will say, obviously he's doing pretty good right now, but I still feel like it's just because that Red Bull, that RB20 has a bit of a gap still to the cars beneath it. So assuming McLaren closes up and Ferrari closes up this weekend, I know I did also just put them ahead of Sainz, but I got to count them to do something. But assuming that the car is closer to those beneath it, I think Perez is going to suffer for that, talent-wise. I think it's going to show. Next up, for 4th, we got Charles Leclerc. I feel like you could have probably guessed that from the sprint and pole predictions that the top 3 we're going to have some McLarens in there, and Max, obviously, because if you're not having Max in that, then you probably have him in DNF, if anything. Leclerc, yeah, the Ferrari should be good here. It wouldn't really shock me. I don't think he's going to get a podium. But let's move on. Let's move on to the interesting predictions I have for this race. The real deal. Real meat and potatoes. 3rd, I have Oscar Piastri. I just can't. He's not winning both. Let's get this clear. I don't think he's going to outplace Lando in both the sprint race, pole, and the race. That's just not happening. Lando's not letting that happen, especially with the amount of confidence Lando has coming into this race. Even beforehand, like, he's doubling down on the fact that he's going to get a win this year. The McLaren, it's going to be something nice. It's going to be something nice. Nice enough to defeat Sir Max Hamilton. Hamilton? Sorry, it's because I said Sir at the start of it. Max Verstappen. He's not joining Mercedes. Don't let anyone fool you. That's not happening. So we got Max in 2nd. No fault of his own. Max is going to be Max. I'm sure he's going to do fantastic. He's a robot. But race winner, I have big quadrant Lando Norris. I'm feeling it. I didn't really want to put him here. Before all these statements of him just sounding confident as hell, like just doubling down on him, like feeling like they're going to take some wins off Max this season, I was probably going to put them, or probably still on the podium, or like fifth at least. But last time we had upgrades at McLaren that were substantial was at what? It was Silverstone, and that we know how Silverstone 2023 went. That was beautiful. So I'm not going to go against God here, and I'm going to put him race winner. Difference is though, because I think before they had upgrades before Silverstone, I think it was Hungary. I think it was a Hungarian Grand Prix. It was the one before. I don't remember which one it was. And that was already good enough to push Lando into, I think it was 6th. It was somewhere in that area. He had a fantastic race. But now that the McLaren has a higher benchmark, because the McLaren at the start of last year was just terrible. It was an absolute tractor, which is kind of insane. But now we have a higher starting point. Substantial upgrades is big. That's very, very big. And I have a lot of faith. I have a lot of faith in Big Lando and Big McLaren. I'm going to be wearing my Oscar Piastri hat all race weekend. Don't get it twisted. So I'm feeling a Lando Norris first. And let's do a cheeky little recap of the whole list here. So we got a G. Ross and a Danny Rick DNF. Group Noobs, obviously Lance Stroll. Shy Strive, I'm feeling a Logie Bear, a Pierre Gaz, and a Yuki Tsunoda. Breaking into the top 10, we got Alexander Albon, we got the Hulk, Lewis Hamilton, Fernando Alonso, Carlos Sainz, Sergio Perez, and Charles Leclerc. Now for our podium, I predicted a Piastri, a Max Hamilton, and a race-winning Lando Norris. His first one on the books. I'm trying to see it. It's about time I predicted him for a race winner as well. That's been me. That's been me for today. I'm trying to keep these kind of short. I don't want to drag them out too long. So let's make the outro shorter as well. I'm Vilgax-Money. Thank you for watching. And yeah, I'll see you next time. I'll actually upload a non-predictions video probably soon. I'm gonna get to it. Been really, really lazy about it. But thank you for stopping by. All love. Big up the McLaren. See ya.